Hello everyone, and welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we got some more Game of Thrones The Card Game 2nd Edition 2016 Store Championship from X Planet Games in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. On the left we have Sean, on the right we have Norm. Sean is playing Targaryen Fealty, Norm is playing Baratheon Fealty. This is the featured round 4 match. If you haven't watched the first 3 matches of this series, go back and watch those. And we will have, after this, the top 4 elimination, featured game, and the finals. So make sure you subscribe. And here we got set up for Sean on the left, Targaryen player. We have Ser Jorah, a Targaryen loyalist, and it looks like Drogon, and a Rose Road. On the right, under the glare, apologies, we have, it looks like a Chamber of the Painted Table, and Selyse Baratheon, and Maester Crescent. So we have seen Norm before. We have seen his deck in the last, I believe, 2 videos of this series. So let's see how he plays the deck and what cards he sees in this game. And we have seen Sean before. You've definitely seen him in the series. He has been trying to perfect and tweak that Targaryen Fealty deck ever since I've known him as a player in 2nd edition. So both seasoned veterans with their respective factions and agendas. And they both flip calm over Westeros. And Norm rolls a 3 to a 3 on Sean's side. Trying to get initiative here. 1 on Sean. 6 on Norm. And he chooses Sean to be first. And Norm names Intrigue for Calm over Westeros. And we see Sean mark his Calm of Westeros with a military. So a military claim will be reduced against Sean, the Targaryen player, and intrigue claim will be reduced against the Baratheon player.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4. Dupe on Jorah.
So we have the Targ player duping Ser Jorah. Looks like he's trying to get cards out of his hand to get under that reserve. Throw out some more military claim, I guess. I usually like to keep that in hand for fodder, but that's there for intrigue claim fodder, or possibly to play him again after his ability caused him to go away. But I'm a Targ noob, so what do I know? And we have Khal Drogo hit the board, so it looks like it's gonna be a military heavy match here on the Targaryen side.
I run one in this deck.
He's definitely going to put on some pressure. Try to hit the Baratheon player's board and whittle it down. So we have some economy cards played on the Baratheon player's side, putting down Dragonstone Port to reduce and bring in a Dragonstone Faithful. And keep in mind the Targ player is sitting on 2 gold. He has used Fealty to reduce the economy on his characters, or the cost of his characters. But he still has 2 gold and quite a full hand of cards. So you always got to be weary of that Dracarys.
Yeah.
And he does have a dragon in play who can be knelt to satisfy that cost to play Dracarys. So we have 4 gold spent on Norm's side, the Baratheon player there, to drop in Shireen and a Vanguard Lancer. So no impactful characters yet played on the Baratheon side, but he did throw a bunch of lower cost characters in front that he doesn't mind if they die to military claim. So he may be fearing the put to the sword, possibly, is why he might not have put out a bigger character, knowing that Sean has saved 2 gold there on his plot card.
Military.
So we have a military with Drogo, block with 1 from the Vanguard Lancer.
No reactions. Claim.
It's too bad Norm didn't choose military claim to shut down Drogo, but he assumed intrigue was going to hit him harder, and he wanted to protect what was in his hand, obviously. So he's probably holding some of those bigger cards like Melisandre or Robert in his hand and needs to protect them and didn't want to put them in harm's way just yet.
Yeah, you could.
Post.
$2.
Yep.
So there is the put to the sword to grab Maester Crescent.
Force reaction.
So that was unopposed. And he did get the military through. And Ser Jorah will take a betrayal token. And now the Baratheon player has to choose some claim. So he will choose a Dragonstone's Faithful.
Pass Charms over you.
Yep.
So 3 characters killed in that exchange.
And you get one unopposed.
Oh, yes, thank you.
And now it's over to the Baratheon player to do his challenges.
Intrigue.
He's going to go in with an intrigue with Selyse, actually. And he grabs a Fire and Blood, which is the one that you can take I believe, a unique target character and shuffle it back in your deck. But if it's a dragon, you get to put it back in play from your dead pile. It looks like a 1 strength power challenge
Power.
from Shireen.
I'm going to get one more for dominance.
Yep.
And dominance goes to Norm. Saving that gold. And looks like he uses the painted table to steal a power also. I believe. Intrigue unopposed, power unopposed, take a power, dominance. Maybe he didn't do that, actually. I just assumed.
Choice is yours.
I will go first.
Okay.
But I don't believe that Sean actually had any power other than the one that was stolen from Power Challenge on his faction card.
-2.
So we have Noble Cause flipped on both sides. It's kind of funny having the same plot flipped 2 times in a row. And the Noble Cause reduction used on the Targaryen side is used for Littlefinger to draw a couple more cards.
O'Neill, $1. And which of these 2 will I play?
Looks like he's deciding on a 2-cost Targaryen character. Possibly Rhaegal. Oh, Viserion. With a dupe, it looks like.
He's down 2.
So maybe also had, I believe, what is it, Braided Warriors, or the other 2-cost.
So you got 1, I've got, so you get to decide the first.
Rose
I'll go
Road.
first.
So we have some more economy played on the Baratheon side with a Rose Road there.
2, 3, 4.
And it looks like 7 economy is used to pay for none other than Robert Baratheon.
Robert.
And he's got a dupe on him now.
45 minutes, gentlemen, 45.
Over to
And sitting on 2 gold on both sides, I believe. So as a Baratheon player sitting on an Ours is the Fury. Does he have a Scene in Flames maybe that he's holding out till that military challenge goes off and he can sneak in the hand there and
2, 4.
steal that put to the sword if needed?
Intrigue. Yeah, no.
So we have an intrigue challenge with Ser Jorah Mormont. 4 strength.
And I'm gonna grab the money lender.
Unopposed.
And no defenders declared. So it will be an unopposed bonus. Jorah will get a 2nd betrayal token. He's 1 away from being sacrificed. And he hands Judgment. He is grabbed for intrigue claim.
Stand. Oh, we now first. I'll stand him.
Yep.
So we have a Waken the Dragon played on Ser Jorah. So he will go away at the end of the phase. But that the dupe on him can save him.
I'll reduce.
It looks like Sean just placed the Waken the Dragon underneath Sir Jorah so he doesn't forget. Which is pretty cool. I like when players do stuff like that. I forget stuff too, obviously. So it's always nice to see little reminders like that played to keep things fair and honest.
Military.
So it looks like we had a military challenge of 7 with Viserion and Jorah, and there is another put to the sword.
Hands judgment.
And it looks like it will be cancelled with Hand's Judgment for 2 gold.
We will kneel. Opposed power.
And Shireen is killed for claim. So she will be able to kneel someone, I believe.
Drago.
And it looks like kneeling the dragon is the right call considering Fealty has not been used yet. So good play there. Try to make sure Jakaris doesn't come and bite you in the ass. Still can. There's still possibilities. Use some Waken the Dragon there to stand a dragon and kneel it.
Yep, sorry. Military.
Action.
17.
Yep, 17.
Any actions?
Nope.
So Sean has knelt his house card as an action.
Pretty hefty.
It's usually a bluff play to try to scare his opponent away, to make him think he has something that he's going to play, like specifically Jakaris.
Close for 11. 7.
Military.
18.
And here we go with a military.
I did intrigue first, right?
Here we go with a military with Sir Jorah. Which would be the second military. The Khal Drogo out on the board gives him the ability to do 2 military challenges.
Mind if I
Pose.
And it looks like it will be opposed
wait,
with
can I put
Robert Baratheon, who will gain a power.
declare defenders? That's, so, when you declare defenders, I have a window for
Power?
actions.
And we have a power challenge initiated from Littlefinger.
Things I do for love for Jorah.
I have 1.
So that shot the Targaryen player now up to 8 power, to the Baratheon player's 4.
And I'll, yeah, might as well.
Intrigue.
So over to Baratheon player with an intrigue with Selyse Baratheon, getting an unopposed power, and taking out Viserys on the intrigue claim.
Sorry. Ended challenges.
Yep.
So looks like we're dealing with the Waken the Dragon at the end of challenges.
You have 2 cards in hand.
2.
Military 5.
And it looks like Sean's trying to decide here whether to keep him in play with those tokens on him to save him, or just lose it and bounce him back to
I'm
hand.
just choosing not to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm just deciding whether I want to choose not to. Because the wildfire's coming, and I just decide what I'm gonna save if I do.
And you hear Sean there talking about worried about the wildfire.
Also, for the record, it's any effect unless it says otherwise that makes you leave from play.
Yeah, that's right.
Your dominance.
It says that it can be saved, and then dominance is to nobody.
2. I mean, 1.
Stand him.
So it looks like Sir Jorah did go back to hand, and the dupe fell off to satisfy Waken the Dragon, and it was a push on dominance. So will Norm flip the wildfire that Sean's predicting?
Yep. Banners.
And he's not. He played a Call on the Banners, and Filthy Accusations played on the Targaryen side to kneel Robert
I
Baratheon.
could kneel Selyse.
I'll go first. Military.
Is your time?
I will take first player.
Okay. Yep. Kneel that. And you get your 5.
Okay, if I draw my 2.
Marshal is to you.
Collect first.
So it looks like Norm has chosen himself to go first here. beautiful 5 gold from Calling the Banner's ability, and collected another 4 for the economy he has on his plot, plus the Rose Road. So he's sitting at 9 gold. Plus he does have a Dragonstone Port in play, so he can reduce a Baratheon card, which it looks like he is doing right there.
And 4.
There is Melisandre.
Hold on.
Play the house.
Who will she kneel? Norm does not know yet. He is deciding. And it looks like it is Khal Drogo. Definitely want to slow down that power gain there. He is a high strength, power, and military challenge for both icons there. He's got 5 strength. Plus he has that renown keyword. So.
Seal.
And we have Lightbringer played on a Rob and a Seal of the Hand.
I'm not marshaled yet. But
Okay. Yeah.
no, you give me action, sure. Go ahead. Hand him up.
Stand him up.
And it looks like Seal of the Hand will be used right away to stand Robert Baratheon.
Hand out both of these. That. 4 more.
And Daenerys Targaryen has hit the table. So it looks like 1 gold saved on both sides. Fealty was used in both cases. And we do have 2 dragons standing, plus Daenerys. 3 possible targets to kneel for Dracarys if needed.
You have 1 card in hand?
Yes.
Intrigue. Stealth Joy.
And Daenerys has gained Renown and Stealth off of her 2 dragons that are in play.
Yeah, I think it's for each character.
So that definitely can help speed up Sean's game there and get him some power faster. I really think Norm needs to see Stannis ASAP to start locking this board down if he has any chance here. Things are looking really good for Sean. Having Khal Drogo, Dany, a couple dragons, even the Littlefinger on the board giving him extra economy is definitely nice. It's a good icon spread. But having Robert out there with a Seal of the Hand can really get crazy. Also having Melisandre out to start that whole kneel train there with R'hllor cards. If Norm does see them. He doesn't have any draw engine out on the board yet, and he only has 1 card in hand. So we will have to see how his luck is getting R'hllor cards off the top of his deck there.
1 actually.
Trade with 1.
So we have an Intrigue challenge with Selyse Baratheon there. It's 1 strength right now because Dany is standing, reducing strength of participating characters on the opponent's side. And it looks like Littlefinger will block it.
Military Jamie. Yeah.
Military.
So we have a military challenge with Robert Baratheon. He has gained, looks like 4 extra strength, so he is 9 right now. But then he is -1 from Dany. So he is 8, I believe.
Outpost.
And we have no defenders.
Actually, outpost.
But then Sean realizes the Intimidate and throws in Drogon to reduce it.
Claim.
Keywords.
Or maybe he just doesn't want to lose that power.
Renell.
Yeah.
Tim. Stand with that.
Hand him up.
He was declared as a blocker, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1,
So you said 9 minus, so it'd be 10, so it'd be 6.
6. So I'll kneel.
So Dany is knelt for Intimidate. Player's just counting out the strength of Robert and how much he won the challenge by. Looks like a power challenge with Robert Baratheon.
Actually.
It looks like Sean's debating a Dracarys possibly. He was going to kneel his dragon there to oppose, but now he's saying, is it worth it? And we know it'll be knelt for Intimidate. So he obviously is debating doing a Dracarys, but he's going to declare no defenders. So we have Fire and Blood, bringing Drogon back into play to do a military challenge.
10 to your...
Not 11?
Okay.
Sorry, not 9.
Yep.
Okay. And then that's it. So dominance is to you.
Yep. So new chamber.
Yep.
So dominance, one for the Baratheon player, taking away a power off of the Targaryen player. So quite the swing here. Seeing Lightbringer on Bob, that's pretty crazy. And that seal of the hand was perfect timing there. And it looks like our Baratheon player is at, I believe, 8 on the house plus 3. So we're at 11 power to the Targaryens' 5. And there's that wildfire. He just wanted to get some money with calling the banners first before he blew away a bunch of the characters. And fortified position, played on the Targaryen side to blank all characters' text boxes. So that will be nice against Melisandre. Melisandre's reaction, and Robert Baratheon's Intimidate and Renown, and his strength ability. But that also does stop Dany's ability and Drogon's second military ability.
I'll go first.
Yeah, because it doesn't say what the check has to be. Like, no.
Let's see if the players remember fortified positions on the board. That's one thing I notice in some of these videos, also me playing myself, or in tournaments at the players next to me at other tables. I always see that plot get played and then the players totally forget it during certain challenges and remember it for others. And it's kind of funny. So I recommend if you play that plot, make sure you police it. And if you are sitting across the table from it, make sure you know it's on the table there and just, keep that in mind. Maybe put a token out there in front of you to remind you, or maybe put the plot in between both players in the middle of the table so they know. Because that's one I remember even from first edition. People would forget that a lot. And it could cost you games. And it's bad if you're playing one of your 7 plots and you're not even using its ability properly. That can hurt you. So looks like we have the Targaryen going first. And he will duplicate Dany, so she should stick around for a little bit. And Plaza of Punishment has hit the board there. And Jorah is back. And is Sean going to save 2 gold? Does he have another put to the sword? So we have Dany, Khal Drogo, Drogon, and Ser Jorah Mormont. All pretty quality characters. After the wildfire. So not a bad board on Sean's side. And seeing that Plaza is pretty good. Can definitely eat up any military claim from winning power challenges. If he can win a power challenge against Robert Baratheon, we will see.
Actually, no, hold on. That's actually silly of me. I totally forgot my plot.
So Sean is going to play a Braided Warriors for 2. So he's actually not sitting on 2 gold. He's just going to play the Braided Warriors. Save looks like 1 card in hand, no gold. He has an Elf Fealty. So we know there's no Dracarys possibility right now.
That's it for me.
Oh, I believe Stannis is coming. I saw him pick up 4 gold. He's reduced with the location and fealty. I feel it's Stannis. There he is. He's going to keep that board locked. So the trio from the Baratheon deck, the 3 best characters in that faction, are now on the board. I don't know if Dany and Drogo are a match for them. We will see. So Bastard in hiding. He's taken for intrigue claim. Both players down to 1 card in hand, it looks like. And Sir Jorah Mormont doesn't have to take his betrayal token or gain any renown because his text box is blank. It looks like a military with the Braided Warriors for 3 strength. And it looks like Robert will block it with 5. And he does not gain any renown. Therefore, he will not stand from Lightbringer due to fortified position being in play. And it's over to the Baratheon player for challenges.
Action. Stand.
And it looks like Robert Baratheon will be stood with Seal of the Hand.
I guess, yeah, pretty much all I got left is military.
And you have to remember that Plaza Punishment can be a reaction from winning a power challenge on defense also. So you gotta make sure you do your challenges right against them if you have no one that can be killed by it, because if you do a power challenge before another challenge, they can reduce the strength, and suddenly the character you were going to use in that challenge is not able to win it anymore. I've fallen into that trap before. Looks like we have Melisandre with an intrigue challenge. Danny will oppose it and win it, looks like.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Then I can kneel her to kill it.
Got it, yeah. It's like a combo.
That's not good, but he doesn't die, it's just discouraging if he was in play.
So we have a power challenge with Stannis, which will be opposed by Khal Drogo. And we have another power swing there. So it looks like the Baratheon player is at 12. And he will take dominance and steal another power.
Stand.
Looks like he is 1 power away, I believe.
Both on Jim.
Yeah.
That's yours.
Looks like, yeah, 14 against 4. Very surprising after that start that Sean got with Khal Drogo and all those characters. And seeing Danny pretty quickly, but Robert Baratheon definitely the all-star here. Surprise, surprise.
Drogo?
Drogo.
Okay.
And it looks like Filthy Accusations will be played on the Baratheon side to kneel Khal Drogo. And we have a Clash of Kings played on the Targaryen side. Good plot for trying to slow down the Baratheon player and take some extra power away there.
Kneel, 2 more.
And we have Rhaegal out in play, which will give Daenerys her standing ability. Let's see what Norm can do here to try to close it out. And what Sean can do to try to stop Norm from winning this round.
3. Crescent. Oh, Crescent's dead.
Crescent's dead.
Yep.
Okay, so Norm tried to marshal the Crescent there, and they remembered he is dead. So that will not happen, and it looks like 3 gold saved on the Targaryen side, and 5 gold saved on the Baratheon side.
Say what? Yeah, yeah, for the jump.
And it looks like Sean moving his characters around there, trying to decide if he should do a military challenge there with Drogon and the Braided Warriors, or do it separately. I would think. That's what he's trying to figure out here.
Intrigue of 1, huh?
You got to be careful with Robert out there. He has renown, and him on defense, you can get pretty big. He's already +1 right now from Drogon kneeling, or sorry, Khal Drogo kneeling, and he can stand there too with Seal of the Hand. So, and the more characters you kneel out, and if Norm can bait him and he can hold out for dominance too. Remember, he can steal 2 power, or gain a power and steal a power on dominance. So you have to watch out what you do in the challenge phase too, where you can Can be too aggressive and just lose in dominance when you're 1 power away from losing. I believe Sean here has to try to steal some power or win a power challenge to use Clash of Kings, and that does work on defense also.
See you in the finals, man.
And it looks like that is it. Sean is going to scoop. And he says, I'll see you in the finals. So we will see if that's true or not. But they both make the cut. And that's what he's signifying there. And congrats on Norm for the win. Well played there. Definitely coming from behind and taking out Sean. So we'll see you in a top 4 game coming up next. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. And we'll definitely see you in the next video.